Welcome to Every Day is a New Day.
Kim O'Neill from KimO'NeillCoaching.com.
We are live. Welcome to another episode of the Every Day is a New Day show. This is a very special Thanksgiving gratitude episode where I'm going to be bringing on you. Would you like to join me and share what you're grateful for today? If so, I would love to have you on. We've got some people waiting in the wings. I'm so excited to bring them on with you. But first, let me just announce that this is the Every Day is a New Day show where I typically have really inspiring conversations with amazing guests about moving forward and choosing to embrace a positive outlook. And today we're going to focus this conversation all on gratitude. And what are you thankful for? There's so many different things to be grateful for and so many different ways to really look at where we pull our gratitude from, because it's not always what might seem to be obvious. So if you would like to join me today, then please go ahead and comment down below and let me know. I will be checking the comments and I will be posting the link for you to join me live. And if you have already expressed that you'd like to join me live and you're trying to get in right now, then just hang tight right there, because right now we've got a full house. And as soon as, we move through some people, then some spaces will open up and others of you can come on in. And I'm just going to start by saying I am so grateful for you being here today. So let's just talk about gratitude in general for a moment, right? So right now, why am I doing this? Because, I'm taping this live and tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We know that the fourth Thursday of every November is the Thanksgiving holiday, where, it's an opportunity for a lot of us to really deliberately focus on what are we grateful for. And I think a lot of us tend to feel the energy increase, right? There tends to be more love in the air, more lightheartedness. We can be easier with each other and appreciate one another a little more. But here's the thing. We do this because there's a holiday dedicated to it, but we can actually do this all throughout the year, right? It doesn't have to be just on Thanksgiving. And there's actually a lot of evidence that also shows the value and benefit of daily gratitude and how that can help us make shifts in our daily life rather than waiting all year long for Thanksgiving, right? And of course, I'm speaking to those that are in the US. And I know there are some other countries that also celebrate Thanksgiving, but of course, this is for the US Thanksgiving. So I'm excited to bring on some guests. Before I do, I want to share with you some of my gratitudes, some of the things that I am thankful for, as well as some gratitude quotes that I found that I think are really awesome quotes. So what am I grateful for? I will start off. So I'm grateful for you, really, truly, literally. So feel free to give me a shout out. Just say, hey, I'd love to give you a shout out as well. I'm grateful for my mom. She has always been very supportive and loving to me. I love my mom. And I'm also grateful for I have a neighbor named Lisa, and she was so sweet. Last month was my birthday, and she volunteered to make me a birthday cake and birthday dinner with her family, and it was such a wonderful treat. So I'm really thankful for her. And here's the other thing, that when you're expressing gratitude, so if you don't already express your gratitude and step into that and on a regular basis, the thing you want to be mindful of as you're doing it is it's not just about, listing what you're grateful or saying what you're grateful. It's about allowing yourself to feel those feelings as you do it. So that's a good thing. It means you're building the momentum. It's helping you raise your vibration, your frequency, because all those other things that you are still wanting, they're out there and they're at that higher frequency. So gratitude helps us get up there. Okay, so I named a few people there that I'm thankful for, and I want to go ahead and get to our first guest. So let me go ahead and take a look here. Let me just kind of shift some things around so I see everything on my screen here. And quick shout out to, oh goodness, we've got some awesome people here. Leslie, thank you so much for being here. And we've got Don saying he's thankful for me too. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. Awesome to see you here. And we see Paul Evans. He's giving his shout out what he's thankful for. You guys are awesome. I love it. New job and new beginnings. Feel free to keep it coming. I love it. So we're going to bring on our first guest. I am bringing on the lovely, let's see here how this is going to let me do this. Okay, so bear with me here. Okay, so I've got to move a few people down. and so just stay there. Everyone, wherever you are, just stay where you are. I'm going to do something on my end. You're all good. Oh, I see more people here too. This is so cool. You guys are so awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, we are ready to go with our first guest in the house. We have Mary Jo Rakowski.
Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yay!
How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you, Kim?
I'm doing amazing. I'm very grateful and happy right now.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
yeah.
Go ahead. No, you go.
Where are you, to the degree that you're comfortable, where are you watching and joining me live from today?
I'm in my home office in the lovely Green Bay, Wisconsin, which is middle America, and it's really dark out and wintry, and I don't like it very much. I'd rather be in a sunny, warm climate. But that's coming. That'll be here before I know it.
And you shared something with me too that you've been able to do to shift to help you to have some of that sun and vibrancy in your home. Do you want to share with our audience what you were able to do?
Sure, absolutely. Many of us have heard of seasonal that disorder where you're very affected by lack of light. And it's not, for me, it's not always been the lack, it's been the quality, because the quality of the sunshine shifts too in the winter. And so you can spend a lot of money on Blues Buster light bulbs, but all you really need are daylight light bulbs, and any good hardware store is going to have them. And I went out and picked some up, and I put them in one of the lamps here in my home office, and I've got them scattered around the house because our lights go on pretty early in the day and they're on all day. And that will give me and my body a sense of being out in the sun, even when the sun is not shining. And that will help shift my attitude, making it much easier to stay in gratitude.
Well, I love that. Thank you for sharing that with the audience. For anyone who didn't know that existed, I've personally never been in an environment where that's something that I've needed to seek out. But I can understand that. So I love that that's available, when you're in that kind of a climate. So
yeah, it was a major shift for me when we moved here 4 years ago. We had spent 30 years in Colorado where the sun shines 400 days a year. I mean, it shines all the time. So I did detect quite a shift in my attitude and my mood that first winter here. And I went, I don't like this. We got to take care of this.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mary Jo, what are you grateful for right now?
The list it's so incredibly long, but every day when I wake up, I take a moment before I jump out of bed and just give gratitude to this incredible machine called my body that woke me up and is breathing and is telling me to get to the bathroom and empty my bladder. So, for me, to begin my day like that, no matter what's coming down the pike, it makes it all flow easier. Mm-hmm. And then other things just pop up out of nowhere that I'm so grateful for. I'm grateful that I have this goofy dog that's very entertaining. He's sleeping off somewhere right now, but I don't know. The list is really, really long. And I would just like to touch something that you said at the beginning.
Okay.
There's such this swell of gratitude, appreciation, and thankfulness at this time of year, especially in the U.S. And so to me, the invitation is to keep this going year round.
Yes.
Keep this higher frequency going year round. And it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult.
I found that just starting with a little bit, just fine. Start with whatever's obvious. Even if it was the same thing you were thankful for yesterday and the day before, just start with what's obvious. Yeah. And then see what comes next, and even just say, okay, fine. I'm open. If it's a struggle, I'm open to what else I can be grateful for. And then you're going to start to see more and more.
Yes. And so let me share with you one of my absolute favorite quotes about gratitude. And it's from Dr. Joe Dispenza, who was one of my teachers. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. And you just hit on that. So when we are challenged, and if we say, okay, I know there's something bigger and better coming, so I'm just going to open up and I'm going to shift into gratitude. That opens up our heart and allows the universe, source, or whatever to go, oh, okay, let's send a little of this over that way. And yeah, it really makes a difference. It makes a huge difference.
I have several quotes here, and let me find one that that also touches on what you were saying. If it takes me too long to find it, then I'll have to come back to it. But let's see here. I'm going to have to come back to it.
Okay. Well, while you're looking, I'm also grateful for cocktail hours and gin and tonics. Just got to say.
It's water hour for me.
All right. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Well, Mary Jo, thank you so much for being here live with me today. I know you have a really awesome event coming up. Would you like to just give a quick little plug about your event?
Thank you, Kim. I'd love to. The title is Enhance Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. It's a beachside retreat in Carlsbad, California. And I am facilitating that with my other two crazy, wonderful soul sisters. We dubbed ourselves, actually, somebody else gave us this name, but you can check it out. Look for Wise Women for You. And it's the number 4 and just the letter U. If you search that on Facebook, you'll find us. And the event and details are listed there. And if anybody wants to come join us, we'd love to have you. It'll be the end of January. And we're looking forward to pumping some dollars into the California economy to help them recover from these devastating fires.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I can attest these 3 ladies are amazing. And so if you'd like to go, if that piques your interest, definitely check it out. And Mary Jo, again, thank you so much for being here with me live today.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, I will see you again soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye. And that was our first guest. And I love it, love it, love it. We've got some other people on here. I'm going to go ahead and add Tom to our, he's our next guest coming up. Really quickly though, let me go ahead and share with you some of these quotes that are just amazing. I found so many that I absolutely love. Okay, here's the first one. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. And that was by Melody Beatty. So Melody Beatty, fantastic quote. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with the world. And I'm going to go ahead and give a few more of my gratitudes. Another way you can look at this, because I know sometimes when I've thought, well, what am I grateful for? And there's so much, but sometimes you can feel like you're kind of scratching your brain like, there's got to be more. What is it? Think of it as people, places, things, experiences. So you could chunk it, break it down into categories and then start to see like, all these things, right? So earlier I shared with you people. I want to now share a few places that I love. I absolutely love my home. I have made my home my sanctuary and I love it. So I love my home. I also really love parks. I love parks, especially parks with ponds, clean ponds, that is, and ducks. That is just so fun to me. I just love that. And here's another thing. As I was, coming up with the places that I love, I really have a deep appreciation for, I appreciate libraries and museums. And now with that said, I very rarely go to them. I actually used to go to libraries a lot, but isn't that so awesome that there is such a place to go where any book you want, right, pretty much, you can find at a library for free. Mm-hmm. And museums, the things that we, paintings and artifacts and history and all these things, like there's actually a place to go and look at it if you want to. I don't know, kind of, it's just, I don't know. I appreciate that. And that's another way to think of gratitude is what do you appreciate? So, okay, those are a few of mine, and I'm excited to bring on my next guest. Oh my goodness. I'm super excited for this person.
Kim.
Yes. Welcome, Tom.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great.
Cool. Cool.
Oh, Tom, so Tom is awesome. We have connected for the last few years, and I'm so grateful that he is able to join us live today. Tom, to the degree that you are comfortable, would you share with people where you're joining us from today?
Yeah, I'm in Tennessee, in Memphis, right outside of Memphis.
Awesome. I love it. We're like touching all different parts of the country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tom, what are you grateful for today?
Man, it's gratitude is like a daily and moment by moment thing for me. I know I can think, if I think negative, then it reflects negative back, and I deal with a lot of different, I guess you'd say, people at work, and they all come from different, backgrounds and different circumstances. So I just try to understand where each of them come from. And sometimes it's kind of difficult, but I'm grateful for the awareness of that, instead of being, I guess, closed off and judgmental. I try to accept people where they're at. And I'm grateful that I can, I guess, that I'm at that point, most of the time.
That is awesome, Tom. I love that you said that because that takes practice, right? To accept people for who they are and where they're at, even if they're, maybe they're doing or saying things or just being a certain way that can be uncomfortable to be around, and that impacts us. Yeah. I can think, right? So that's kudos to you for getting to that place. That's awesome.
Yeah, it takes patience, and I think we all need that, especially in this divisive, crazy, I guess you'd say, we have instant news now, and we have, all these things that are going on external, and I can change what I feel and think, and it brings a sense of inner peace, when I can just accept and just be grateful for that, in a way, It takes some downing my ego a little bit, I'll have to say. But it's I'm grateful for that awareness,
That is really good. That's a sign of a wise person, to be grateful of awareness. So, wow. Well, anything else you would like to share with us today?
I just hope you guys have a great holiday, and don't eat too much, and have fun, be safe.
Well, thank you for that. I will, and I hope everyone here also heeds that. That is awesome advice. And thank you so much for being here, Tom. I appreciate you. I hope you know that you are a gift. And you are a gift to the people around you and to your daughters, your family. And I'm grateful for you in my life as well.
I'm very grateful for my girls. For my life. That's top number one right there.
Yes.
For sure.
Tom, I'm sending you love and a virtual hug.
Thank you. Back to thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Great connecting with you. Thank you.
You as well. Okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time.
Okay. Great.
Bye, Tom.
Bye.
This is so fun. And hello to all of those who are here with us. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pop. Let's see here. How do we do this here? This is how we do this. Good job. Okay. I just gave myself kudos. Good job, Kim. I'm going to go ahead and pop Sarah up, and we'll bring her on in a moment. And I want to go ahead and say hello to Lisa. Lisa, blessing for a wonderful Thanksgiving. Absolutely. And Anne is here also. Happy Thanksgiving. And Anne, you can relate to the cold weather thing and the light bulbs. Anne, have you ever bought those light bulbs? I don't have personal experience with that, but I think it's awesome that they're there. And okay, I'm going to give, let's see, a few more things that I'm grateful for. And we're on to, what do I say? People, places, things. Okay, things, right? Tons of things. And it's okay. How about this? It's okay to be grateful for things. Okay, we know that not all of life is about things, but also if you're looking for more things, appreciate what you got first, right? Appreciate what you have, and then you can amplify that. So I'm really grateful for my car. I'm really grateful for my cell phone. Oh my goodness. So grateful for my cell phone. I'm grateful for my bed. I love my bed. It's so comfortable. I'm laughing at myself right now. Tell me what you're grateful for in the comments, please. If you are watching us, what are you grateful for? There's nothing that is too small or too big. I'm grateful for water. I'm grateful for tomatoes and all the things that can be made with tomatoes. I love that. And I love my computer, and I love funny gifts. Do you love funny gifts? I love funny gifts too. So, okay. And I'm going to share with you one more quote. This is a really awesome quote from Buddha. Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. If we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. If we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful. And I love that because that's showing how we can go deeper and deeper and deeper with it. And there's still always something to be thankful and grateful for. So thank you to Buddha for that quote. Okay. And now we're going to bring on our next guest. Where do we go? Here we go, right here. Hello and welcome to Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good. Worked on my painting quite a bit. I'm a little weird with it, but that's always the process. So, but it feels good to be able to do it. So that is one thing that I was going to say that I'm grateful for is my ability to have an outlet through artwork and writing and drawing and painting and what have you. So that's one of the things. Definitely.
I love it. And I can't wait to see your paintings. And just so you know, I only see part of your face, by the way.
Oh, am I better?
That is, yes, it's better. Yes. Woo!
Okay.
And I love your cool hip glasses. They're awesome.
Thank you. I broke my last pair, which were exactly the same because they were a pair of sunglasses that I had my lenses put in.
Okay.
And I was doing a back bend and they fell off and I fell on them. So I recently ordered a new used pair for like $13 and was able to just swap the lenses.
Nice.
Yeah, thrifty.
Very cool. And I love how the way they got broke is because you were doing a back bend.
Well, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Okay.
Don't do that with glasses on. Put your contacts in for that.
There you go. I agree with that. Sometimes when I flip my hair over, I'm like, oh wait, I got to take my glasses off first because otherwise the glasses go flying too. Okay, Sarah, to the degree that you're comfortable, would you share with us where you are joining us from today?
Yes, I am out in the Inland Empire in Southern California, Sun City, Menifee area.
Wow. Okay. And the weather over there is not nearly like what it is over in Wisconsin or Tennessee, correct?
No, but I can absolutely relate because I lived in Seattle for 1 year. And by the time I got to February, it affected me. It really did. I would get home from work at like 3:30 and it was dark by 4:30. So I would walk my dog. And by the time we got home from our walk, it was dark and, you go to bed. So I can totally relate. What I used to do was I would crank the heater up and I would get out my grandpa's old 60s surf rock records and Fiesta records. And I would dance around my apartment in my bikini to make me feel like it was summertime.
I love it. That is so creative and how fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was my remedy to the weather blues, I guess.
Okay. I love it. Okay. Well, tell us, what else are you grateful for?
Well, I'd like to start off with saying I'm so grateful for you, Kim. I'm so grateful that you came into my life, and I'm gonna say that it's our 2-year anniversary.
Oh wow!
Or would it? Yeah.
Wow.
Right? Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Okay.
We met on Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving and happy anniversary, and thank you so much for just being such a positive person that it is in my life. Whether I talk to you, see you, I still just feel it from you, and I appreciate it, and I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I want to say I'm very grateful for you as well. And we've talked, and thank you for coming into my life as well. Interesting. People always come into our lives in different ways, and what a blessing that is. So I'm grateful for you, Sarah. Thank you.
Thank you. I wrote it out a little bit just because
share. Okay.
I wanted to touch on something that you said about when you kind of get to the point and you don't know what it is, and you just kind of say, okay, I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yesterday was a big moment of that for me. And today, just waking up this morning, I had new things to be thankful for, emails from people that I wasn't expecting. My parents, I feel like we're making a lot of progress. So yeah, I think that was something that it's so true. When you just say, fine, I'm open, and you just accept it, it comes, because it is true. It is all out there. It's a little bit out of reach, but once we accept it, we can reach it. So
exactly.
100% agreement.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Definitely. So with that, I am thankful for my parents, and the fact that even though it's rough, I have the opportunity to mend and heal with them and work through our trials together. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm thankful for my big dumb dog, who is in the kitchen with my mom because she's cooking, of course, and my little old man cat, which, if you guys don't mind, I'll show you him because he's in here.
Yes. Oh, and I love your Christmas tree. Awesome.
This is Brody.
Hello, Ruby.
That's Brody.
Oh, it's
Brody.
the wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, you know Ruby.
Brody.
And thank you. I'm thankful for my Christmas tree. I love it. It makes me very happy. And I'm thankful for being able to transfer jobs, because I just recently moved and they're letting me transfer. So I start next week, so I don't have to worry about job. I'm thankful for, this is kind of cheesy, but this is how I am. I'm so thankful for the ocean and the moon and the sun and the joy they bring to me, and the warmth and just the feelings that they bring. So
there's nothing cheesy about that. I love it. Those are beautiful gratitudes. Thank you so much for sharing with us, Sarah.
Thank you, Kim.
Grateful for you being here today, and that we've been able to connect. And I hope you have an amazing, amazing, abundant, ease-filled, love-filled Thanksgiving. And I look forward to connecting again soon.
You too. Thank you, Kim.
Okay. I love you. I'll see you later. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my goodness. So, what's coming up for you? If you are watching this, what is coming up for you as you share this? And I am going to go ahead and pop up here for those that are just tuning in. We're talking all about, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? This is the special Thanksgiving gratitude episode. And if you would like to join me live, can you tell I'm having fun with the on-air comments? If you would like to join me live, then go ahead and comment below, because we've still got an awesome group of people waiting to come on, and we're opening up more spaces for you. So if you'd like to join me live, then do comment below, and you can join me live as well. So let me go ahead and take this off the screen, and let's see here. We've got some awesome comments from Mary Jo, also saying she's grateful for sunshine. And Don Garrity, thank you for being here. He says he's grateful for his kids and his family, and he had to take off. Awesome to see you here. And thank you to everyone who is in the lobby. I have someone here who is on super, super short time, and I know everyone's time is valuable. So thank you so, so much. I just want to make sure we're able to connect with this person really quick. So I am bringing on someone who I really appreciate, and that is Mr. Brian. So ready, set, go. Here we go, Brian.
Hello.
Hello, welcome, and thank you for being here, Brian.
Yes, thank you.
So, okay, I know you are short on time. Are you at work right now?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah. So
I
to the degree-
clocked out.
Okay, good.
I told him, I said, I need a few minutes. I'll clock out. He's like, don't worry, take your time. We have like our first reservation's not till 6. We're just getting things ready. So
Okay, tell everyone what you do.
currently I'm a chef, but that's why I pay my bills right now.
Dude, that's freaking awesome. He's a freaking awesome chef. Okay, he's not giving himself enough credit. This guy creates amazing dishes. So the other day, I didn't tell you this, Brian. You posted a picture of like, I don't know,
Carbonara.
squid ink.
Oh, that was
something.
yesterday. That was yesterday. Squid ink pasta with prosciutto wrapped campacci.
So, okay, I'm just going to be totally honest. I'm going to be honest. None of that appeals to me sound-wise, but the sight of it was amazing.
It was delicious. It was delicious.
I do believe it. So this guy is fantastic. And so, okay, so to the degree that you're comfortable, would you share with our audience where you're joining us from?
I mean, I can show you. This is the cast room of the back of our restaurant. So, like, we hold a lot of parties here. We can.
And where's your restaurant?
It's in downtown. It's downtown Honolulu.
There we go, Hawaii.
There we go. That's the part you were waiting for.
Yeah.
And this is our patio.
Awesome.
Let's see. Yeah, we're like in the middle of downtown Chinatown.
Oh, very cool. I didn't even know Hawaii had a Chinatown. So that's
everywhere has a Chinatown.
Okay. Well, now I know. Okay. So Brian, will you share with us, what are you grateful for today?
My friends.
Yeah.
My friends. Yeah. It's, I think, being there for a lot of people in the past has kind of just come full circle for people being there for me. So it's kind of nice. Plus, my house has turned into a refugee camp with my roommate's family from California.
Wow.
So she used all of her miles and all of her free tickets and flew the entire family out here. So now they're living with us.
That was really generous of her. And for both of you to, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been helping them and they're helping us. And so it's, well, what else? My health. Yeah. I'm lucky just to be walking and talking. So.
That's a good one.
Bye.
What are you doing? Anything special for Thanksgiving? What is your Thanksgiving going to look like?
We're heading up to North Shore tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're probably, I don't know, we're going super early so I can get the emu going.
Awesome.
If any of those who don't know, an emu is a oven in the ground.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't. I was like, wait a second. He has emus.
Yeah.
Out
You
there?
dig a big hole, line it with tea leaves or banana leaves and burlap sacks, and then you usually use like a pig or whatever, and you fill it full of hot rocks, and then bury it.
Okay.
Like you cover it with tea leaves and banana leaves and sacks, and then you bury it and let it cook. And you pull it out like 9 hours later, and you got amazing.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they said they needed help digging it, so we're going up before the sun rises tomorrow.
Okay.
To get stuff ready.
Cool. Well, Brian, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I don't know, not really. This is just, this is like, that's my first time doing something like live.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job at it.
Thank you. Yeah, I really just wanted to see you. It's been a long time.
It's really good to see you too.
and I don't know, listening to the Mary Jo, I don't know. I was like, well, if I don't get to go on, at least I got to listen to some really cool stories.
Right?
So, yeah. I really enjoyed listening to what I've heard so far. So,
well, thank you
for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think you're due for a Hawaiian vacation.
I am so freaking due for a Hawaiian vacation. Yes. So I am grateful for the one that I have received energetically. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you taking time out of your work schedule and being here and sharing, everything that you shared with us today.
All right. Thank you. You have a lovely night.
Okay. I'll connect with you again soon. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay. And Summer was saying hello to Brian. So hopefully Brian sees that And let me go ahead and move Brian down and go ahead and pop up our next guest. We will be speaking with Liz in a moment here. And thank you to everyone who's waiting in the lobby. I don't know if you can see each other, but we do have a handful of people in there. And so I'm so appreciative of all of you there. And if you are watching live and would like to join us, then I am going to, let's see here. I don't think I can actually paste this as a link, but I can pop this up on the screen. Oh, no, I can't. It won't show. Well, if you would like to join me live, then comment below and I will get you the link somehow. So let me share another quote with you. Something that, let's see here. Another quote that I think is really awesome is gratitude. This one really highlights what we were talking about earlier, but gratitude will shift you to a higher frequency and you will attract much better things. So hello, that vacation, that Hawaiian vacation, woo, yeah, gratitude, bring it. Gratitude, bring it on. And I'm going to share with you a few of my experiences that I am grateful for. I am grateful for the ability to do this show, right? The ability to do this show. I am grateful for, Sarah was mentioning earlier, the full moon. I'm grateful for witnessing beautiful full moons. I resonate with that too. I'm grateful for rain. I love rain. I'm also really, really grateful for crochet. And I don't just mean like seeing things that are crochet. I crochet and I enjoy the feeling of it. And it really helps. It's a personal experience. I love it. So the ability to crochet and the peace that comes with it, I love it. It's wonderful. So I love that. That's something I'm doing these days. So, okay. And let me share with you one more quote because I have so many that are awesome. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words, but gratitude is shown in acts. And that was by Henry Frederick Amiel. So, do you have thoughts about that? Gratitude is shown in acts. Okay, let's go ahead and bring on our next guest. We have here with us Liz Acar.
Hey.
Welcome, Liz.
Hey, Kim.
How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're having a blast, so that's awesome.
I am having a blast. I'm actually starting to feel the little like, I've been smiling a while. I feel it.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so to the degree that you're comfortable, will you share with us where you are joining us from today?
Sure. I am joining from my 2x4 mile island, Key West, the southernmost spot in the U.S. So, yeah.
And for those that don't know, Liz is an amazing photographer. She takes these stunning photos, like seriously, breathtaking, eye-taking. Let's see, maybe like, what's a better word for that? They're visual jewels. I don't know. Just kidding.
Thank you so much. It's like, oh.
I know, spotlight on Liz right now. So, okay, Liz, what are you grateful for today?
Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful that it's warm. When I was listening to the weather up there and talking about the lights, oh my gosh, I am so glad I live down here now. In fact, I was sitting outside, but had to come in because the air conditioner compressor came on. It was too loud.
Wow. What's the weather? How hot is it? What's the degrees there?
I think it's about 74 right now. The feels like was 84 degrees today. And I think I'm actually going to go swimming in the ocean tomorrow. So yeah, it's just, I love it. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So,
oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Tell us more. What else are you grateful for?
The gratitude with the living here, just, I'm so grateful I'm alive. I mean, truly coming so close to being disabled or not here anymore. I'm so grateful that I'm alive and I'm moving around. And I mean, it's just, I've really gotten into those thoughts this week, and it's just, it's a blessing, and I was grateful. I was thinking earlier today about what all am I grateful for, especially as we move into Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I thought, I'm grateful I had the courage to move to Key West when I wasn't even healthy enough to drive myself here, to move to a new community, a new area, to try to come down for healing. And I thought, wow, how did I actually have the courage to do that? So I'm so grateful I did. It was for 4.5 months and I haven't left yet.
That really is amazing. But I love that you actually highlighted, grateful for having the courage, because you weren't in a state of, optimum physical well-being, right? But that courage drove you to the next phase of your life.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I'm so grateful that when I was sick and bedridden so much that I kept watching HGTV and the Tiny Island Life or the Island Life and the Tiny Home Life, because that's what I've created. It's my island and a tiny home.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, well, I'm going to share with everyone. For those that don't know, Liz Acar and I are in the process of publishing a new book. And so this book is amazing because it features, I lost count at the moment, but it features numerous amazing photos by Liz Acar. And it is paired up with a guided meditation that I wrote, and so grateful to be able to work with Liz on this project. And it has definitely been a learning experience for both of us as we've gone, but a beautiful experience, and one that's really taught us so much as we've moved through. So Liz, would you like to share a little bit about the book? Tell them what it's called?
Sure. It's called You Are Loved.
I know. Honestly, I kind of left me too. So I'm like, maybe those are numbers.
And it is. Kim did such a beautiful job with the meditation. It's a wonderful blending of both of our energies, and I love it. And it's been, I think she probably gets tired of me saying how grateful I am for her. And it's like, but I truly am so grateful for all the unfolding that it has brought for both of us, and the ability to grow and learn and to stretch and to, deal with challenges together and figure out how to work them out. And I can't imagine any more beautiful opportunity than something like that, and have such a fabulous co-author to learn how to navigate that with. So I truly do appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Liz. And I truly appreciate you. This woman is a powerhouse. She does so much work, and it's very amazing. It shows you how much you really can do and put into one day and one project. And so I'm grateful, Liz, to you for all that you've done. And so this has been a beautiful experience, and it's called You Are Loved, an inspired meditative visual journey. And it's going to be coming out here in the near future. So we'll keep everyone posted. And it's a great way to do meditation differently. So no, she has it. That's right.
The concept.
The concept. We've been making some adjustments to it as we go. But okay, thank you so much for being here, Liz. I'm grateful for you, and hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, I want to throw one more thing out if it's okay.
Okay, yes.
If you're talking about different things with gratitude, I'm going to make it really quick, is one of the things I used to love to do and challenge some of my clients to do was not just do a gratitude for us, but also think about who is someone that you're grateful for, or what is something someone has done in your life, and really reach out to them, because that has such a weight to it to be able to not just do it for us, but to touch somebody else. It's like that Maya Angelou quote, and I don't remember it offhand, but something about it's not what you say or what you do, it's how you make somebody feel, or something similar to that. I probably totally butchered that, but it's so true. And that gratitude part, being able to reach out and let somebody know, I'm so grateful that you did this, or thank you for this, or I appreciate this, just takes gratitude to a whole nother level. So yeah.
I think that's a fantastic fantastic comment to add, because it makes such a difference. It can be so easy to see outwardly with our own eyes, right? Because we're seeing outwardly, and not as easy to see things internally. I mean, you can, but we don't always see what's within us. So to be able to share with someone the beauty and the gifts that they are and what you see in them can make such a world of difference. They may need to hear that. So if it's coming up for you in your head, then say it. Go ahead and say it, because you can't go wrong with that. Even if for some reason they don't appreciate it, well, then you still did an amazing, awesome deed, and kudos to you. But I have a feeling they're probably going to really appreciate that and treasure that moment. So that was awesome, Liz. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, Kim.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Mwah! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop Liz down. And we've got a couple more people waiting. So thank you so much. Just hang tight. I love that you are all here. Again, this is the special Thanksgiving gratitude episode. We're talking about what are you grateful for? And Leslie is going to be our next guest. And Leslie, if you have Facebook open, go ahead and close that.
Oh, close it? Okay.
Yeah. And, okay, maybe that was the wrong thing. Leslie went, okay. So our next guest is going to be Drew. Leslie, I love you, and I apologize. Hopefully you will come back. Okay, here. So let me go ahead and take this down. We're just going to move right along to our next guest. I'm super excited to share with you the wonderful, amazing Drew Benson. Welcome, Drew.
High fives.
High five. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a long time, Kim.
I know. So I reached out to Drew. I was like, Drew, you want to come on? And then I was like, and by the way, we got to catch up.
Whoever that just got
Liz.
Liz.
Oh,
Leslie. If she comes back, you can swap her back in if you want. So I don't
Well,
know.
she did come back. Are you saying that you're going to hang tight and still be there?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait for her.
What a beautiful, nice, sweet thing. Thank you so much, Drew. Okay, I'm gonna pop Drew down, and we're gonna bring Leslie back because I see her here. And we are gonna bring the lovely Leslie back up. And let me take a quick look at our comments. We've got people who know our other guests, so that's awesome. I'm so glad you guys are here. Let us know what you are thankful for, and love to connect with your gratitudes as well. So, hello. Oh, I already brought you on screen. Hello, Leslie.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just fantastic. I'm excited about Thanksgiving tomorrow and getting a day off.
I know, right? So, Leslie, I can't fully see you. In fact, here, let me see if that makes a difference, a little bit difference. There we go.
Okay.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Well, to the degree that you're comfortable, would you share with our audience where you are joining us from today?
I'm in Woodstock, Georgia, Metro Atlanta.
Wow, I love it. And what's the weather like over there?
Oh, it's chilly. You know, for me being a Floridian for so long, you know, I freeze here. So it's a challenge for me. I mean, I have on like heavy sweatpants, a big sweater, you know, I have the heat on. So, you know, but it's all good. I mean, I get to change the seasons here, and I'm so grateful for all the colored leaves and, you know, even the change in the weather. It makes it feel like Christmas.
Oh, I love that. Wait, so the weather's not quite the same where I'm at, but they have started playing the, like Christmas songs on the radio, and I love it personally.
Yeah, it gets you into the spirit, right?
Yeah, it really does. I think because for a lot of us, not everyone, but we link Christmas music or maybe some other memories to our childhood, right? And it just brings those joyful, loving, positive feelings back. So I love that. Leslie, I'm sorry, what was that?
I said absolutely.
Well, what are you thankful for today, Leslie?
Well, speaking of bringing childhood memories back, I am so thankful for my grandchildren because they light up my life and they bring that little girl back. You know, I get to see the holidays through their eyes, and there's nothing better than being with little children around the holidays. So that's special to me. You know, but I was thinking about this, you know, before I went on, and I gave it a lot of deep thought, of course. And actually, you know, the thing I'm most grateful for are all the challenges that I've been through in my life, because they brought me full circle to who I am today. And, you know, and that's who I am today is so much different the person that I was, a few years ago. And I'm so grateful today that I get to do what I love, and because of I get to do what I love, I have met such extraordinary people in my life, like you and all the other coaches that support me today. So I'm very grateful and thankful that I found my true self and that I have the freedom to be who I am and to create what I want in my life. To me, the biggest gift, that's probably the biggest gift of my divorce, is being able to discover who I am, who I truly am, and being able to live that life, so I'm truly grateful for that.
I love that you added that. I'm also divorced. And what I say today is, when I tend to talk about it, I tend to say, oh, the hell and the healing. Because from that hell, and I, from the divorce, right? Divorce is not necessarily a pleasant experience. It can be at the time when I was going through it. It was not. But so much healing and growth can come from an experience like that. And why don't you go ahead and share with our audience the types of clients that you coach, what you help them with?
Well, I'm a positive divorce coach. I believe that divorce is a new beginning. And that's what I focus on. I focus on, with my clients, on creating new beginnings from the start of divorce and going onward into the future, because there is so much that we learn from divorce, and I call it the gifts of divorce.
Yeah.
It brings us into our own power, and so much to be grateful for when you think about it, to step into who we really are is a great gift. And that's one of the biggest gifts of divorce. So I look at divorce like that, and that's what I do with my clients.
Well, that is awesome. You know what? Anybody who is going through a divorce, having a rough time with it, whether you're newly divorced or it could have been a while ago, then if you're looking for someone to support you through that, Leslie would be a fantastic coach to reach out to.
Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. Happy Thanksgiving to you, to your family, and many blessings. Just love you, sweetheart.
Thank you. I love you too. And happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Mwah.
Bye.
Okay, bye. All right. And so we are coming to the end of our show. We have one more awesome guest. You already saw him a moment ago. And there was someone here earlier who had to leave, but if she is watching this and would like to join us back, then I hope she will join us again. But to all those who have watched, whether you've been live or on the replay, thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you will also share with us what you are grateful for today. Let's go ahead and bring back the wonderful Drew. Welcome back, Drew.
Well, thank you. I get to be the last one. Yes.
I know. Oh, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
well,
good.
to the degree that you're comfortable, will you share with our audience where you're joining us from?
I am in Seattle, Washington, and I met Kim. Where was I when I met? Down near in Southern California.
Right.
At the beach, I think. I was living in Seal Beach. So Seal Beach, what? So I actually am very familiar with what other folks are talking about, the ocean and the sun and the warmth and loving it so much. And can I just go into this?
Yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay, so 2 years ago, I bought a Winnebago travel trailer and I toured the southern parts of the U.S. and West Coast and just kind of went on this soul adventure that I had a calling to do. And then about 6 months ago, it became apparent that I needed to get up to Seattle to take care of my company, which I'm wearing my shirt for my company. It's a dog walking company. And so this leads me to say what I'm grateful for. I am grateful for my company. I'm grateful that I have this this home up here, of folks and community and my company, and that I was able to return to it and have the ability to go and do what I'm doing right now. So
Can you want to move up a little so we can see the logo on your shirt?
I don't know if it'll be,
There we
is
go.
it backwards or is it?
Well, actually, it's so small on my end. I can't even tell.
Yeah.
But I think
It's okay because it's a local company, so you'd have to be in Seattle but it's a company that I've owned for 10 years, and I ran it from afar for many years and went off and had some adventures, and now I'm back, extremely challenged in the last 6 months, and placed back in the cold up here, and I fought it a little bit, and then my perspective started changing, and I'm gonna lead into I'm really grateful for the people that I have in my life, and I'm also grateful to myself for making the choices that I've made over the last 8 years, but mostly the last 3 years, and choosing to change the course of my life and develop myself and do these things and give myself tools. The things I like to say, the tools for my toolbox.
Yep.
Prepare me for what I just experienced the last 6 months, which was challenging, but I was able to because I had prepared this foundation within myself. But then also I don't want to say prepared, but I cultivated this team, of it took a village basically, and I'm grateful for them, and I'm grateful for that.
I love that, Drew. I love that you highlighted you're thankful to yourself. Like you were acknowledging the gift that you've been able to give yourself, right? And then also acknowledging that it's beneficial to surround yourself with supportive people, your team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that what you were saying?
It's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
And I've made choices that have changed my current and my future, and just immensely. I'm grateful that I'm sober. Sober in a way of the way that works for me, which is doing that on my own and living life in a different way, so that I could live in a more aware way rather than the other way I was doing it. I'm grateful that, it's really extraordinary because, meeting you and going through we wrote a book, we co-authored a book together, for those of you that are watching.
No, you don't. Woo!
Yeah, I'm sending it to somebody, so I have it sitting right here. That's so funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so we co-authored the book together, and it's about how we went through our things in our life in a positive way. And there's been this ebb and flow of, the last 2 years of traveling for me, and this going wherever I wanted to, and literally owning my day, and being at the ocean, and all these pictures I would post. And it was I was really on the sun side of it. Right.
Right.
And then the last 6 months I had to visit the moon side of it, or the darker side of it, and just learn how to navigate that. And frankly, it really was the tools I learned, through the times that we were together as friends, but doing the book, and the times that, those lessons I learned about, how do you navigate these situations?
Right.
And they saved my life, I would have to say, that type of having those tools, because we are all going to have that ebb and flow in our life where things are just so amazing. You cannot believe it. You're in love. It's just, the sun parts, and you're at the, like the Ariel, and it's just wonderful. And then, your pockets are full of money and everything is so great. And, and your babe's at your side, or whatever it is. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's the time, then there's the, the ebb where you're he's okay, but my dad had to have 2 operations this year that were very scary, and he's never had to before. And that was scary. And then there's like, learning how to navigate this, having to have rules and have to go and have to go.
Free spirit for so long there.
I'm the boss of myself. I own my own company. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Well, I did.
Oh, that's funny.
But, it's just been really interesting to learn those skills when I was on such the sun side of it.
And then put them into practice.
Yeah. And see, and, as like being I would say I am a freelancing life coach. I'm not really a life coach, but like I've done some life coachy. It's who I am, but
It's who you are.
And I would say you are a life coach. That's how you would define yourself.
I am a life coach. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you are, but that's how that's your description and your title. And so having experienced the light, all these different things help us to understand where folks are coming from. Now, to be clear, I don't want to experience all those things firsthand. I don't need to. I'm good. I'm full.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, Kim. It's been really educational. And I think your folks that have been on the show prior to me, said little tidbits of really interesting, insightful things. I'm also grateful for Sarah and her story about the Hawaiian music and the beach music and the heat and the bikini. Awesome? And I was like, I'm going to do that. Maybe with some swim shorts, but still. I'm like, that is such a great idea. So.
Well, Drew, thank you so much for being here. And we still need to connect and catch up. And I appreciate you sharing that. I think one of the awesome things about what you just shared is how, it can seem totally easy to be like, oh yeah, I'm being grateful, using my tools, when things are all going well. And then when the tide turns, right? Because life ebbs and flows, right? So life ebbs and flows. Okay, so you were in the flow, and then you stepped into a space of ebbing. Right. And it's like, oh, crap. We all know what that feels like. And we can start to think that like, oh, no. And I'm not saying.
I feel like you're drowning.
Okay, there we go. You could feel like you're drowning. You could feel like, oh, no, what am I doing wrong? I did something wrong, blah, blah. But not necessarily. And by using those same tools in that space, we can learn from that ebb, but we can also know that you're just fine where you are. Everything is going to get better, that's temporary too. But also using your tools can also start to shift you out of that and back into a state of flow. So I love that you acknowledged that, because that is really key to know that we have the power to do that.
Yeah. And to talk about it and reach out for help for it is,
yes.
And that's where the position that you have or the job that you have is so important, is because that helps. I've helped more people than I even know. That's just, and so to reach out for help as well. I did. I just said, hey, I need help.
Right.
And they were there, like boom, 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 boom. Okay, what do you need? I'm like, food. Okay. What else do you need? I'm like, and it was just. So reaching out for help it may be embarrassing, but it doesn't have to be. Just, I would say helping if you can, have boundaries, help if you can. And then I would say reaching out for help. So, using the tools that you have, Kim, for folks, and just ask for help. And, I think it's, like I said, it takes a village. We're all in this together, and just know that we are going to be on those sides, and then how to navigate it. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my, self-awareness of that, and I'm grateful for the folks around me who have helped me and support me and love me. And I'm a very lucky, loved person. I'm a very, I have a very blessed life, for lack of a better word for that. And so I'm grateful for that. So if you're listening to this, I'm grateful for you.
Oh, that was really, really sweet, Drew. I'm also grateful for you, the audience watching, and I'm also grateful for you, Drew. So thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for doing this, Kim.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and we'll connect again soon.
You better believe we will. Take care. Take care.
Okay, bye, Drew.
All right, bye.
Oh, awesome. So as you can tell, we're going a little over the hour. I am not going to end it just yet because I'm loving this, and I'm loving you being here and all the guests who have been with me. If there's anyone else out there who would still like to join me live, just let me know, comment below, and I'll send you the link. I do want to give a quick shout out to Brandy Schofield saying happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Brandy. And my aunt. Thank you so much. I'm grateful for my niece and the rest of the family that will get together for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. Thank you so much. That's my Auntie Val. So I appreciate you, and thank you for being here and for commenting. I love you too, and I'm grateful for you and all the family as well. And I have more awesome quotes and more things that I'm grateful for, and that's, if no one else is joining me live, then that's how we're ending the show. So I am going to bring up my notes here, and feel free. For those that are here live, Drew is saying, way to go, Auntie. And I agree, way to go, Auntie. Thank you so much. So let's see here again. Okay, so we were talking earlier about people, places, and things. That's one way you can break down what you're grateful for. If you're struggling to find more things to be grateful for, then think of it in categories, right? So earlier I mentioned people, places, and things, and now I want to mention, I already talked about this too. I already talked about experiences. Okay, so now I want to talk about, we talked about this a little bit with some of the guests, but unexpected things to be grateful for, right? Because it's not always going to be those things that are obvious or things that feel good in the moment. So one unexpected thing could be literally, let's see, the chair that I'm sitting on. Thank goodness I've got me a nice chair to sit on while I do this. Thank you, chair. I'm grateful for this chair. I'm also grateful for, I mentioned this one earlier, but I'll say it again. I'm also grateful for my divorce. Now, let me also acknowledge that if you're in the middle of something that's very unpleasant, no, absolutely, you don't need to force yourself to be grateful for that in the moment. But as time moves on and what you've learned from it, and you see how you're a different person because you went through that challenging time, you can see how those can become things that you're grateful for. So if you are in the middle of something that is challenging right now and you're struggling to move through it, then even if you're not able to be grateful for it now, that's totally fine. But you might be able to find a space of hope or joy in knowing that one day you just may be able to be grateful for it. That you're going to be able to add that to your arsenal of things, right? You are a trooper and you made it through. And anyway, so that's one thing for me. And another thing, okay, I'm trying to read my own notes here. Okay, so here's something to be grateful for, something that's unexpected. It's kind of along the same lines of what I just shared, but said in a different way here. So people who piss you off, that also maybe lead you to reflect and wonder something maybe about yourself in a way that makes you wonder, how were you a match to that situation, right? Like how in some form did that experience come into did that situation come into your experience? And then the new insights that it leads you to, new insights about yourself, about people, about the world, because every person can be our teacher. And again, it's, we all know we're not going to like everybody. Not everybody likes us. And so those people that we have those unpleasant experiences with, well, interesting. We definitely see how they've taught us, right? We can see how they've taught us new things to learn. And when we're able to extract that learning, thank goodness. We know that our time is always well spent having that experience. So Liz Akar is saying that she had fun times. Thank you for being, thank you, Liz, for being here. I'm glad that you were here. And I've got some other awesome quotes. In fact, I have a bazillion awesome quotes. How about this? I will just share with you the ones that I have highlighted. I've already shared a few of them with you. Here's one from Eckhart Tolle. Gratitude for the present moment and the fullness of life now is the true prosperity. I love that one because it's talking about how gratitude is true prosperity, right? So some of the other quotes and things that we've talked about today about how when we're focused on our gratitude, we realize that what we have is enough. We realize, oh my goodness, we have way more than we realized. And that we are already prosperous in that space. So prosperity has many forms. It's not necessarily always financial riches, although that's awesome too. And there's nothing wrong with being grateful for that. So, okay, here's another one that sort of focuses on the present moment. This one's by Amy Poehler, so I love this. I looked around and thought about my life. I felt grateful. I noticed every detail. That is the key to time travel. You can only move if you are actually in the moment. You have to be where you are to get to where you need to go. So I know that was a long quote by Amy Poehler, but I'm going to say that last part again. You have to be where you are to get where you need to go. And that's one of the awesome things about gratitude as well. Gratitude really helps us be in that present moment, being thankful for what you already have. Nothing is too small. The ability to get a glass of water from your kitchen sink, the ability to have a clean floor to stand on, right? Ability to have shoes to walk in, to electricity to turn on a light, right? Or the ability to turn off a light as well. So the gratitude for the present moment actually helps you manifest all those other things that you're still looking to bring in. What else? And if you're watching live, then please do go ahead and share in the comments what you are grateful for. As you can see, I have not ended this yet because I'm not ready to. So I am continuing on. And if you would like to join me live, then go ahead and let me know in the comments and I will send you the link. Okay, here's another one that is really insightful. In ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give. And that is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. I'm going to read that again. So this is a quote from Dietrich Bonhoeffer. In ordinary life, we hardly realize that we receive a great deal more than we give, and that it is only with gratitude that life becomes rich. There we go. So I think that one's also really good too, right? We often talk about the whole giving and receiving, that back and forth flow. It's not just one. It's not just the other. It's not just giving. It's not just receiving. There is an ebb and a flow to it. Not an ebb and a flow, right? What's a better way to say that? There is you've got the infinity sign. There's just a continuous flow to it, that having both allows you to experience both, to be in that give and receive mode. It's really good to allow yourself to receive too. I know some people, it's like, no, I don't want to take help from anybody. What Drew was just talking about moments ago. It can be challenging to allow yourself to receive. And, thank you so much, Drew. Thank you, Drew. I'm going to pop his comment up on the screen. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I love hosting this show. So that is another thing that I'm really, really grateful for. So I appreciate your comment there. So, okay, let's talk about this, because when I was thinking about this earlier, I saw an interesting connection. So it's Thanksgiving. We are giving thanks. And in the giving, we receive. Okay, that doesn't sound as insightful as when I thought about it earlier. But if you got anything new out of me saying it right now, then feel free to share. Let's go ahead and share some more comments. Some more quotes. So here's a quote by Cynthia Ozick. We often take for granted the very things that most deserve our gratitude. And I love that one because it begs the question, what could use some appreciation in your life? I know one of our guests earlier was talking about, take time to tell someone that you appreciate them. The beauty, the gift that you see in them, right? I think that was Liz earlier. And so, even if it's someone that maybe you already appreciate, they may not feel that. And so one way you can start to connect with that and give back to them is by telling them that you see them, that you are grateful for them. And, whatever other positive comments that come to mind for you, we don't necessarily have to know each other to be able to get a sense of people. Have you noticed that yourself? And so we do that with each other, and we don't always see or know or feel the good things about ourselves. And that's one of the beautiful gifts that we can all give to each other when we tell someone else what we appreciate about them, what we see in them. So, okay, let's see here. Another quote I want to share with you by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Love him. You cannot do, this is so fitting, my goodness. You cannot do a kindness too soon because you never know how soon it will be too late. Okay, that feels like a little downer, but that's a really good one, right? You cannot do a kindness too soon because you never know how soon it will be too late. And that's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So heed the moment. Heed the moment. Right now in this moment, who can you reach out to? Who can you express some appreciation, some gratitude? Maybe just share something positive with them. Sometimes we think, oh, we can do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm too scared to do it right now. Oh, I don't know. What if? Self-doubt, all those crazy things. You know what? So I love my car dealership. That's another gratitude from me. I love my car dealership. I've been going to them for the last 5 or so years. And one time I was in a bind and they really worked with me on getting some repairs to my car. And I was so grateful to them. In a way, they're a little bit like an extended family to me. I don't know that they know that. But I was in that space of like, they don't know how grateful I am. So I went out and bought them a cake. My car dealer. And I brought it back and they all looked at me dumbfounded. They were just like, she brought us a cake. Like, what do we do with this? So I don't know what they did with it. I hope they ate it. But my point is that the people that you express your gratitude to may not always know how to receive that. They may not know how to respond. They may not know how to express their gratitude in return for what you just gave them. Nevertheless, you still did a beautiful thing. You did a very positive, nice, kind-hearted, good deed, and pat yourself on the back. This isn't about the pat on the back, but don't allow their reaction to take away from the fact that you were wanting to give to them. It's up to them to decide if they're going to receive it or not. But you can still take that in, right? It feels good to give. So, and I think they must have appreciated it because they still are very awesome to me when I go in there. Here's another quote I want to share with you. Gratitude is an antidote to negative emotions, a neutralizer of envy, hostility, worry, and irritation. It is savoring. It is not taking things for granted. It is present-oriented. And that's by Sonia Lyubomirsky. I remember when I was studying positive psychology, she was part of that, one of the researchers that were part of the positive psychology information and research that's out there, obviously. And I love this quote because there's a theory in positive psychology. It's called the broaden and build theory. And it's basically, for those who are into law of attraction, it's the same concept, just spoken different ways. It's all about when you focus on the positivity in your life, the things that are going well, the things that you can be grateful for. It actually opens up a space for you to be able to see more things to be grateful for you to experience even more positive emotions, for you to experience more ease and flow and all those other things that you still aren't seeing in your life that haven't manifested just yet. That is when they can flow in, start to flow in because you've opened that space up within you. So again, Sonia is saying gratitude is an antidote to negative emotions, a neutralizer of envy. I always see things on a scale. So if you imagine that, oh my gosh, you're feeling amazing and you're at the top of the scale and now you're not feeling amazing, you're at the bottom of the scale, and maybe envy or worry, irritation, all those things in her quote are somewhere in there. By focusing on gratitude, it opens that flow back up and you rise back up. So gratitude is an antidote to negative emotions and can support you in rising right back up to the positivity. So that's another quote I wanted to share with you. And how about this one? The deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated, by William James. And we already talked about that. So I just wanted to add that quote in there. I've got a few more here and then we're going to wind down. If you would like to share with us what your gratitudes are, and I'm going to check to see. Okay, yep, we're doing good. I'm going to share with you a few more quotes and then we will wind down with some exercises, some things that you can do to boost your gratitude if you're still looking for ways to enhance that. So here's a quote by Roy T. Bennett. Roy T. Bennett Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. If you aren't grateful for what you already have, what makes you think you would be happy with more, right? It's kind of like, oh, duh. So if anyone needed that, there you go. Yep. So be grateful now. You are in the process of bringing more and more in, and it's all good. Here's one by Albert Schweitzer. Train yourself never to put off the word or action for the expression of gratitude. The key word in that one is train. It's practice. It takes practice. One of my friends, she was going to be here today. She had family pop in. She is so good at doing this on such a daily basis. It's, it's inspiring to see. And it just, takes practice. Get in the habit of doing it. Here's a quote by Doris Day. I love Doris Day. Gratitude is riches. Complaint is poverty. We kind of already talked about that, but she simplified it. Doris Day says, gratitude is riches. Complaint is poverty. You can always be in a state of abundance and riches when you're in a state of gratitude and appreciating what you have in this present moment. Anthony Robbins, or Tony Robbins, says, when you are grateful, fear disappears and abundance appears. So true. Again, looking at what you have, not what you don't have. Brene Brown, this is an interesting one. I like it though. What separates privilege from entitlement is gratitude. So again, shifting that perspective of whatever situation is going on. And here's one more. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. And that is by G.K. Chesterton. So G.K., thank you for your quote. And I'm going to share with you a few things you can do if you're looking to boost your gratitude. These things are all simple. It's just a matter of actually doing them and feeling it while you do it. So reminder about that, right? It's not just the act of doing it. The act of doing it supports you in being able to feel it and really step into that gratitude, because that's what you're looking for. That's the whole point of this. So one thing you can do, write a list of 100 things you're grateful for. Now, okay, sure, you don't need to do 100. You could do 3. You could do 10. You could do any number of things. But what's really awesome, if you actually look at it as like a fun thing, oh my gosh, I'm going to find 100 things I'm grateful for. It gets to be just that. It gets to be really, really fun. Writing this long list. And oh my goodness. I remember when I did this, it was just like, woo, you kind of start to get onto cloud 9. Okay. Another one, simply reflect on every day as to what you can be grateful for about that day. No matter how your day went, no matter how it went. So that means if you're feeling the lowest of low, do your best to find something to be grateful for. Maybe it's, a couch to cry on. Maybe it's a blanket to curl up with. Maybe it's a friend to call. Maybe it's the ability to cry tears, right? Some people actually cannot cry tears. And when we cry, we feel a sense of release and relief. And that also supports us in getting back into the flow. So just the act of crying, if that's, a space that you're in. So no matter how your day went, reflect on every day and look at what you have to be grateful for, what you learned from. Okay, you could also make a list of positive aspects for the people in your life. It'll help you find even more things to appreciate about them. So of course, start simple. Start with the people who you already have an amazing relationship with. That will get the juices, get the flow going in that. But let's say you're struggling and maybe experiencing, some rocky times with someone in your life, then you can do this with them. And just be easier on yourself, okay? The list may not be as long as it was for someone else who things are going well with, but it's going to support you in being able to connect back to the love and the goodness of what you have with that person. There's a lot more I could say on that, but I'm going to leave that there. Because sometimes, when we're in that space of feeling having rough times with a person, and it's so unpleasant, right? None of us like to be in discord with a friend or family member. And we actually have the ability to shift some of that around. It's not necessarily about the other person changing first. If you want to change the world, change yourself first, right? Same thing applies in those situations. And I'm not saying it's easy. I get it. but that is something you can do. And it will support you in starting to feel some of that ease, which has the potential to shift maybe what's happening with that other person as well, if they choose to step into that at that time too. So, okay, that's that. And the last thing I want to share with you is celebrating the closeness of the match. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you are looking for a new job and you know exactly what type of job you want and you're applying for jobs, and the only job you get offered is one that, well, yeah, you could do the job, but well, that's not your dream job. You were just kind of applying to a bunch of jobs, which actually I don't totally recommend. That is one of the things I help people with. So let me just do a quick plug for myself. I'm also an interview confidence coach. And if you are looking for a new job right now and wanting to enhance your interview skills, your confidence, release your anxiety, be able to show up and present your best self in an interview, then I can totally support you in that. But as you're applying for jobs, you know, let's say you're like, well, I might kind of want that one, right? And you applied for it and then you got it. Then you actually got the job. But then you're like, ooh, but I'd really rather have that job. Here's the thing. It's up to you whether you take that job or not. But you can choose to be grateful for the fact that you got that job, because the fact that you got one job means jobs are flowing to you. It means you're getting there. You are getting there. So even if you accept that job, doesn't mean the one that you want can't still come to you. It absolutely can. You can absolutely still have an interview or, you know, be offered a job that you would rather have. So that's just one example. You could apply this to any type of situation in your life where you were hoping for one thing and you got something else. You know what? You got something, you're on the way there. So, and the way that you continue to be that, you know, in that process and moving there closer to what you want is by being grateful. Otherwise, if we take the other approach and go in the complete opposite direction, again, I know it's not always easy, but that can actually stop and slow things down. So you want to find ways to be grateful, and you can do that by being grateful for the closeness of the match. So thank you for being here live today. This has been a special episode of the Every Day is a New Day show. I'm grateful for all my live guests. I'm grateful for all the live and replay viewers. Thank you for being here. I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. You know, not everybody spends their Thanksgiving with a large group of people, and that's okay. Everyone spends Thanksgiving a little differently. I hope you will still take time to be grateful for wherever you are in your life, whatever stage or phase you might be in. Know that everything is temporary. Everything ebbs and it flows. And even those moments alone actually can be really beautiful, because then it gives us time to know ourselves better, to appreciate ourselves, appreciate that quiet time, appreciate that alone time. There's a difference between being lonely and being alone, right? And you know, not everyone that goes to Thanksgiving actually has a good time either. So if you can find peace in your own world on your own, then yeah, that's really awesome, right? That's what we all want. And to all those who are going to Thanksgiving with large families or small families, medium families, whatever they may be, I wish you lots and lots of love and peace and fun times and whatever you enjoy most about Thanksgiving. You know, personally, I love my great aunt's cranberries. It's the only cranberry recipe I love, and I love it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I look forward to connecting with you on a future episode of the Every Day is a New Day show. You can connect with me over on Facebook at Kim O'Neill Coaching, or if you'd like to find out more about the coaching that I provide, I'm a personal empowerment and interview confidence coach. I really help people to step into the truest version of themselves, help them to make sense of the chaos in their head so you can stand more confidently in your power. And I would love to support you and see how we can work together. So if you'd like to find out more about that, I invite you to book a consultation over on KimO'NeillCoaching.com. And O'Neill is O'Neill. I hope you have a wonderful day. Know that wherever you are today does not have to be where you are tomorrow. Every day is always a new day. And if no one's told you yet, you are doing a fantastic job. Keep going. Lots of love to you and virtual hug. Okay, bye.